Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the chapter Who Did Patrick's Homework? So, the chapter heading is a question. Who did Patrick's homework? I think this question might give you a curiosity. You have the curiosity to know who is the responsible man to do Patrick's homework. Okay, so most of students don't like to do the homework. They hate the homework. So our character in this lesson, Patrick, also does not like homework. So someone has did homework for him. So we can go to the chapter to know who is the responsible person of Patrick's homework. So read the passage. Firstly, Patrick never did homework. Too boring, he said. He played hockey and basketball and Nintendo instead. His teachers told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing. And it's true, sometimes he did feel like an ignoramus, but what could he do? He hated homework. So first paragraph says that Patrick never did his homework because he is bored of his homework. Teacher usually say to him to do the homework. Patrick, do your homework, you won't learn a thing. And it's true, sometimes he did feel like an ignoramus. What's the meaning of ignoramus? Ignoramus means ignorant person. So when the teacher says do your homework, he feels that he is an ignoramus. What did he like? He liked to play the video games. Nintendo is a video game night. Basketball. He liked to play hockey. So Patrick liked playing games instead of doing the homework. That is the short of this paragraph. You can see the meaning on this side. Nintendo is a video game ignoramus, an ignorant person who lacks education. Okay. Then one day he found his cat playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. So Patrick is a person, he does not like the homework. He one day found his cat playing with a doll. He grabbed that doll from the cat. To his surprise, it wasn't a doll at all, but a man of tiniest size. So he assumed it is a doll, but when he grabbed it back, he was surprised. It wasn't a doll, it was a man of tiniest size. Okay, he had a little wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches. What is a breeches? Breeches means breeches or breeches. You can see it is a short trouser. So man has wear the short trouser. He was in a doll. It was a man, a small man, a little man, and a high tall hat much like a witch. He has a tall hat. You can see the tiniest man here. He has a hat. It looked like hat of a witch. He yelled. This little man yelled. He shouted, Save me! Don't give me back to that cat. I will grant you a wish. I promise you that. So this little man said to the Patrick, Save me from that cat. I will give you a wish. That I promise to you that I will give you a wish. The Patrick couldn't believe how lucky he was. Patrick couldn't believe that this is little man, he granted him an offer. He granted him a wish. Here was the answer to all of his problems. So he said, only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, that is 35 days, if you do a good enough job, I could even get A's. So my wish is to you, you have to do all my homework for this 35 days. Oh, this little man was trapped. He has to do homework. That is the wish of our Patrick. Because why did he give the homework? Because he hates homework. The little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. So this little man, when he heard that Patrick said to him to do his homework, his face was wrinkled, folded like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. You can see dishcloth is a cloth used for washing dishes. The cloth that we use to wash the dishes. So his face became like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. Hamper means a basket with a lid. Okay, his face became like that. Why? Because Patrick said to him to do his homework. I think this little man also hated the homework. Okay, he kicked his legs and doubled his fist, and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. Oh, I am cursed, but I will do it. So here you can see grimace, scowled, pursed his lips. His face had this expression. This is different kinds of expression. Okay, showing disgust, anger, and disapproval. When he heard he has to do homework, he showed the expressions of anger, disapproval, and he said, oh, I am cursed, but I will do it. I will do the homework. And true to his word, that little elf began to do Patrick's homework. So the little man began to do the Patrick's homework. Except there was a one glitch. What's the meaning of glitch? Glitch is a fault in a machine that prevents it from working properly. So there was a fault. The elf didn't always know what to do and he needed help. This elf, this little man, does not know always what to do. He sometimes needed help. Okay? Help me, he would say. And Patrick would have to help in whatever way. So Patrick had to help him because the little man can't do all the work. Sometimes he needed help. I don't know this word. The elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. Squeaked means peep. So the elf, while reading Patrick's homework, he said, I don't know this word. Get me a dictionary. No, what's even better? Look up the word and sound it out by each letter. So this man said to the Patrick, you check the meaning of this letter and say it loudly. Okay, we can discuss the next part in upcoming class. Okay, then goodbye. Read it loudly, read it again and again, and try to memorize the word that you don't know and write it in your notebook.